Let's speak about Ford, Mullen, and ChargePoint. What is happening, investors? It is your boy Jack. I am not a financial advisor, and today there are a few things I would like to speak about, baby. First one being Ford. I think everybody's going to know why I want to speak about them. It's because they've slumped. It went down massively, okay, with full year guidance seen at risk. We just got another new piece of Mullen news today in regards to a refrigerated all-electric delivery truck. And I want to speak about ChargePoint because we finally have seen that big pullback that was expected. I want to take a look at technicals for you guys and try and figure out what we expect to happen next. So before we do get into all of that juicy EV information, could I please ask you to hit that like button? Helps me out so much, guys. I really appreciate all the support on the channel lately. Drop me a comment down below. Let me know what EV stocks you are watching right now. Let me know if you're involved in Ford as well. I'm always interested because we don't speak about it too often on the channel. So just let me know. And please, my friend, if you're new around here, subscribe for more juicy EV related content. So we're going to start it off speaking about Ford because this piece of news came out yesterday and it did affect the entirety of the EV market. So Ford Motors slumps with full year guidance seen at risk. After Tuesday, they disclosed that they expect to have 40 to 45,000 vehicles on wheels at the end of Q3 that are lacking parts that are currently in short supply. So this just accentuates the supply chain issue that is going on in the entirety of the EV world right now. On the guidance front, Q3 EBIT was forecast pre-announced by the Detroit automaker at $1.4 to $1.7 billion versus a $3 billion consensus. And notably, Ford stuck to its full year guidance. So that is one thing, but there were some big differences. Morgan Stanley analyst Adam Jonas noted that by assuming average selling prices in the $50,000 range and a 30% decremental, the development could account for approximately $600 million of EBIT impact from the vehicles on wheels, to which can be added the higher than expected inflation and supply costs. Ford also said inflation-related supplier costs during Q3 will run about $1 billion higher than originally expected. So it was quite tough, and it led to a very tough day for a lot of EV stocks in general. And today is a very, very mixed bag. If you look over here, we'll see ChargePoint is just about in the green. BYD is red. Lucid's a nice day in the green. Li Auto's getting smashed. XPeng is getting absolutely smashed. Neo down there 6% as well. So there's a very mixed bag. Now Ford is back to the green today. They're up 3%, but keep in mind they dropped from about $15 a share and they're sitting at $13.50. So that still was a pretty much overall 10% drop for Ford, which again is a big company, guys. Now I think one reason this will scare EV investors in the short term will be what's going to happen for the large majority of other EV companies come their next quarterly report, some of which will be in the next month, some of which aren't for another two and a bit months. But yeah, I think it's going to spread some fear into the markets in general, which we are seeing today with some of these relatively large sell-offs. Now next up, just another piece of Mullen news. They've been giving us news all over the place, but the stock's price isn't really going in the direction investors wanted to. Bollinger Motors, Wabash, partnered to develop all-electric refrigerated delivery truck. I haven't heard about one of these since I was on with a Steve Schrader, previous Workhorse CFO. But anyway, Bollinger recently became majority owned by Mullen, announced on Wednesday a partnership with truck body and trailer manufacturer Wabash to develop a last-mile refrigerated delivery truck. Now, these guys are a well-established, relatively decent company here. They have a dividend yield of near 2%. You'll see the revenues are up 43% year over year. Their net income is there. Net profit margin at 3.5%. They missed on EPS the previous quarter, but they bet on revenue. 5-year chart, not the best, but considering the dividend, not the absolute worst in the world. 1-year chart, they're up a little bit, but you can see there is definitely some volatility with these guys as well. But yeah, an interesting one. The company's unique offering includes weight savings due to Wabash's lightweight EcoNex composite technology, electrification of customer fleets using Bollinger's all-electric chassis cab, increased total payload capacity due to lower overall truck weight, breakthrough improvement in thermal efficiency compared to conventional design. This is an important one and one that has been an issue for some other manufacturers in the past, and overall cost savings due to weight savings and thermal efficiency. So, I mean, again, it's a very, very, very solid piece of news for Mullen. It's just, when is it all going to come to fruition is the main question I think investors are asking themselves right now. But if this good news keeps coming and coming, it's only inevitable before they at least see some sort of short-term upward move. Wabash's EcoNex composite technology reduces the amount of electricity needed to maintain cold temperatures. The all-electric truck we're developing with Bollinger Motors will be highly efficient with more uptime and less charging compared to conventional construction. Now, this is an important one because keep in mind, guys, there's a pop-up. What are electric refrigerator vehicles going to be for? They're going to be for last mile solutions. They're going to be delivering groceries to people's house and things of the like. So, you don't have to stop your work day every hour and a half, 2 hours to charge up your vehicle. It is really important and it's very tough to get right. That's why you don't see a lot of them out there. But again, you can see nothing really happening off of the back of this news, not getting investors too excited just yet. They are continuing this downtrend that they've been in for a while now. Once they did break through that area of support, they just smashed their way through it over the last 4 days, going from about 52 cents a share down to 42 cents a share. Now, to be fair, they are at oversold levels on the 1 hour chart, on the 4 hour chart, and on the daily chart. Now, they generally trade at low RSI anyway, but this is even lower than usual. And to be fair, the last time they got to these levels, they went from 75 cents a share all the way up to $1.70 a share. So maybe we're going to see a little bit of an upward move for Mullen relatively soon. But yeah, it's nothing but good news for the company the last few days. And then the last thing I want to do is just speak about ChargePoint, my friends. We're going to actually speak about them on the 1 hour chart. Normally we look at the daily chart. So we've pretty much been watching them very closely from here. 14.30ish. I said I finally think we're going to get a nice upward move, and we did. I mean, they went all the way up to 20. You got a near 50% move. It was absolutely beautiful in that short period of time. Got up there, and I was of the opinion that a pullback has to happen. Now, I was hoping that pullback would only extend to around 1750, 1760. Unfortunately, they broke through there. So what's going to happen next is difficult to call, and I don't want to sit here and lie to you guys. It could well go down further. The reason I am on the 1 hour chart, though, is because of this. So there was a small cup and handle made. Now, I'm not putting a lot of my trust into this one, my friends. I don't like cup and handles in this short of a time frame. But anyway, go back to about the 12th of August to where we finished up there. It's in the making. It's in the making. And again, it's on a 1 hour time frame. Again, guys, I'm not putting a lot of confidence into this play happening. They are trying to break out, which is when they move back to the upside. That's how the cup and handle pattern works. But again, it wouldn't be the highest confidence trade. It's not one that I would take. Again, down here, I would have been happy to buy for the trade, and it would have worked out well. I would have even been relatively happy shorting up here when we got to those overbought levels. But right now, we're kind of in purgatory again, and I wouldn't feel confident calling this one too clearly either way. So that's the 1 hour chart. 4 hour chart shows a similar story, but again, it looks a little bit more messy. But then more importantly, we look at that daily chart, and we'll just try and ignore these lines for a moment or two. It still looks solid, my friends, and we're still respecting at least this upward trend line that has been created, and we're still showing some signs of a fight. At least we're still not getting lower lows. We're looking better in general if we look at it from a broader timepiece. So just keep an eye on ChargePoint for the next day or two. The direction is not as clear as it has been over the last, let's say, 2 to 3 weeks even, guys. If you have been trading this one, I would, as I've been saying the last few days, guys, please make sure you're taking your profits along the way. If you are in it for the long term, obviously just pick up cheap shares when we get the opportunity. But yeah, I'm watching them again. No real news for ChargePoint, and the general market news is bad, so you could expect a bias to the downside. But if there is one play that could play out, in my opinion, is this one: break out above this short-term cup and handle, make our way back to 1750, 1760, and hopefully try close above that by the end of the week, and then hopefully we can make an upward move. But remember, Fed speaks today as well. By the time this video is up, the Fed will have already spoken, and if they come out with that 100 basis point move, I expect this chart to look considerably worse, and I can definitely expect them to be moving down. If it is only 75 basis points, which is general consensus, it might not affect them too much. But anyway, my friends, there is some juicy EV news for you guys to take off. I didn't think any of these topics needed a video for themselves, so I said I'd throw them all together so as not to waste your time. If you watched all the way till the end, you, my friend, are a true legend, and I really do appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. Your support means the world to me, baby. If you enjoyed, please do hit that like button, drop me a comment down below, and subscribe if you're new around here. All of that helps me out so much with the YouTube algorithm. It keeps me going. Anyway, guys, I hope you all have a beautiful, blessed day. I'm going to see you in another video very soon. Peace.